Our friends think we're opposites, falling in and out of love. They all said we never last, still we managed to stay together. There's no easy explanation for it, but whenever there's a problem, we always work it out somehow. Work it out somehow.
I'm getting
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, as you can see, I got my hair straightened. I went to Hair by Prinshell in Cary, North Carolina to get my hair straightened. She's originally based in Houston, Texas, but she goes back and forth between Cary, North Carolina and Houston, Texas. I will have her salon address and her contact information and how to book her appointments down below in the description box if you would like to go to her. As you know, I had a video of her straightening my hair in my last video. So in this video, this is just a length check. Before I went to her, I measured my hair, and my hair was about 14.5 to 14.75 inches. And that's about mid-back length on me, so it's like about an inch below my bra strap. I just needed a professional haircut. Yeah, so I went to her salon and she straightened my hair very well. I'll show you guys how it looks like from the back. Okay, so I'll show you guys like a 360. Okay, so it sits like this. So I'm going to use this tape measure, and I'm going to measure 3 places. I'm going to measure the nape of my hair, the crown, and the front. So let's start with the nape. Everything. Oop. So that's 10.5. I don't know if you can see that, but 10.5. And my boyfriend measured it before this video, and it is 10.5. So my hair is a 10.5, which means it's armpit length. It's a full armpit length. Right? I'm going to measure the crown. So usually part my hair down the center of my head. Just section off the top layer. So 13.5 is the crown. Front, which I'm going to part down the middle. This layer, put there. It is, yep, 13.5. Alright, basically my layers are 13.5. So the front, the crown, 13.5, and the back is 10.5. So there's a 3-inch difference between the two. So I have, my problem area is my crown, and I know that when I do, before, when I would try to style my crown, it's just very weak area in my hair. So watch, when I take my hair like this is an angle. You see how it's even? She evened up, my crown is, wait, my crown is this one over here. So my crown is actually, sorry, I'm spinning it around, but my crown is here. My ends are here. It's very even because she blended my crown in with my nape. So now it's like in a nice layer and it evens out. So if I continue to go to her and get haircuts, my crown actually doesn't grow as fast or doesn't retain length like my nape. So if I keep getting haircuts where she's blending the nape with the crown, I can get my hair really long without having to worry about my crown looking crazy and then cutting it off. I can grow my hair probably really long with just like accommodating what my crown needs versus trying to make my crown catch up and it not working. So that is the kind of layer I need for my hair. And then of course, you can see that the layer is up here, but my hair is so healthy that you don't even think I have, you can barely tell I have layers because the bottom is so bottom heavy because it's so healthy, it's so blunt and healthy. So she did an amazing job. I'm extremely happy with her services. She got all the split ends and uneven ends, and she just cleaned my hair up very well, and I'm just really happy with it. I wanted a more blunt haircut. I have my problem areas on my crown, and sometimes my sides don't grow as fast as the back of my hair. My hair naturally grows in a U shape, and I always like to try to get it to be blunt, and my hair doesn't like to grow that way really. So I try to, it's hard to, like, when you're doing it yourself or you have your mom doing it or whatever, it's hard, it's easy for her to just cut straight across, but if it's growing like this, it's like, alright, so now how do we do this? Like, do we cut like on the sides? You know, how do we have to pull the layers back and cut like this? It's more tedious, and I feel like a professional is needed to get involved. So that's what I did. I did a lot of research beforehand. I actually had been heard of Prinshell 3 years ago. I follow Halisha here on YouTube. Her name, she goes by I Know Lee, and she's been on YouTube for years, and she used to get her hair trimmed and dusted by Prinshell. I think she still does actually. She maintains her tapered cut, but she used to wear her hair longer, and every 3 months or so she'd go to Prinshell to get her hair cut, and she saw a lot of health and growth with her hair. Prinshell is very knowledgeable, natural hair. She, this is why I went to her, because I had seen her before 3 years ago when I was watching I Know Lee's video, and I was like, oh wow, she got her hair really straight, oh wow, that's a great cut. You know, that was my thought process back then. My hair was way shorter back then because I had just big chopped. And 3 years later, I came across her again because I Google searched straightening natural hair, and then Prinshell's video was like literally like number 1 or 2 on the search bar, and I was like, oh wait, I think I've heard of her. So I clicked her video, and I was like, oh, this is I Know Lee's hairstylist. Okay, so I watched the video, and I just saw the before, where she had one of her clients from last year, and her hair was about like shoulder length, and she showed the process of how she straightened it or whatever, and I'll link her channel down below as well so you can check that out. I was like, wow, her hair is really straight. And then there was a video, yearly update, and I loved update videos, or I love like before and after type videos because it gives you perspective on where you were and where you are now. And the now video, she had it was her client's yearly update, and her hair had grown so much, and she'd been maintaining her hair every 3 to 4 months over the year. She talks about what she does and things like that, and I was like, wow, she knows what she's doing. And she kind of gives you a brief synopsis of what she does. And she basically said that her heat setting was on like 375, and she shows how she trims. And I'm like, I mean, I grew up around hair. I grew up around people getting their hair done. I do my friends' hair, I do my family's hair, and I do a lot of research on hair. While I'm not a professional, and I don't claim to be, I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable when it comes to hair. It's hard to do your own hair, but for when it comes to me doing other people's hair, I think I'm pretty good at it. So me watching her and seeing how she lines her angles up, I'm like, wow, she knows what she's doing. Because some stylists, like you see, they're lazy with it. They just snip, 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 oh, snip. Like, and it doesn't look good, and you could tell, like, but for someone who's not. Also, keep in mind, I'm an artist, so I have a certain type of eye for composition, certain type of eye for evenness, certain type of eye for just art in general. So when I see, I could tell the difference between an artist stylist and just a person who just does hair. And I could tell that Prinshell was an artist stylist. So I then saw that she had an Instagram. She had more of her videos, which I'll have linked below as well. She has an Instagram showing like mini clips of how she does hair, and I was fascinated. She shows the before and after. She shows the girl's curls, the blowing out process, and then the straightening process, and her trimming, and how you can see the before of the person's hair versus after. I also liked, what I liked about her was that she's very thorough. So she explains what she's doing before she does it. So and this is all, I figured all this out just by researching her and looking at her Instagram and her YouTube channel and reading her reviews. She'll say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, next I'm going to do this. So she'll give you, she kind of preempts you before she actually does what she's doing. You know, some stylists will just be like, I'm doing what I want, snip, 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 cut, style, and then they're like, oh, there you go, we're done, bye, get out my chair, you know. But she's not like that. She's very patient. She's very she walks with you through the process. She tells you what you need. She's very honest, very upfront. She'll say, you need a haircut, you have a lot of split ends here, and then she'll tell you why or show you your split ends. It's not like she'll just say, oh, you need a haircut, let me cut it. She doesn't. She's very she not only explains what you need, but she shows you why you need it. So she'll say, okay, feel your split ends, start from here and gradually go down. Oh, and you see that point right when you split ends start, you can feel the difference. It's like it's more rough versus being silky at the top. So I saw that she talks about that on her Instagram, and she also talks about trims and the importance of them and why you need them and why they're hindering your growth, why they're hindering your hairstyles, why they're hindering a lot of the potential that your hair can have. And me growing up with someone who was into haircuts and knowing the importance of hair, which is aka my mom, she always taught me that you need to get a trim. Okay, you need to get a haircut. Okay, you know, you're too old to be, well, not even just you're too old, but you can't be walking around here with, who cares about long hair? Who cares about long hair if you don't have a haircut, kind of thing. So I grew up kind of knowing that, but you also kind of grew up knowing that you want length. So it's like that constant battle of not knowing which one to choose, or trying to have a nice balance between growing your hair long and still cutting it off. I got my hair pretty long. My hair was past my bra strap, and although I knew it was very thick and I knew it was pretty healthy, it could be healthier. I knew I had some split ends, and I knew I needed a cut. You could just feel it when you need a cut. The way that your hair styles, the way when you comb it, when you feel it, you're like, oh, my hair needs a haircut. But I didn't want to go about it on my own, so I was like, I need to get a stylist to intervene. So in the search of a stylist, I just did a lot of research on things that I want. What was important to me before my stylist was, one, a natural hairstyle, someone who's knowledgeable in natural hair. Two, someone who's not going to use crazy amounts of heat and give me heat damage. Also, two, I like that she tells you, okay, look, she's very direct. I'm a direct person as well, and I can handle directness very well. I appreciate someone's honesty with me, because I don't like people beating around the bush. It's not helping you. It's not helping the stylist, and it's not helping me. So she, I know that she'll say, look, you have 3 inches that needs to get cut off, right? And then she'll take your hair and have you go down the shaft, and you'll know right here it needs to get cut. I wanted someone who's going to be honest with me and tell me what was needed. Yeah, I mean, there's many reasons. I just instantly felt like comfortable just looking at her Instagram portfolio alone. I was like, wow, okay, I know this is someone I would want to do my hair. So when I went to her, of course, I had a great experience. She was everything I thought she was and more. She's very friendly, very personable, and easy to talk to. And she didn't mind answering my questions. She didn't seem annoyed by me. You know, some stylists like seem annoyed by you. Like, why are you asking these questions? Like, let me just do your hair. She's not like that at all. She's very communicative with her clients. And she asks you to feel, she's very interactive as well. She asks you to feel your hair. She asks you to look at it. She tells you beforehand what she's about to do. And I felt very comfortable with her as well. And my boyfriend came with me, and, you know, we were all having chats and things like that. So that was nice. So, and also too, she texted me after the fact to check in with me and telling me that she was excited to see what my curls look like when I washed my hair. And I told her I plan on keeping my hair like this for at least 2 weeks, and that I would give her I would text her a picture when I'm done. So she's very interactive. She definitely could tell she cares. Definitely could tell she's passionate, and it's her passion. And that is someone you want to do your hair. You want someone who's passionate about hair, and you want someone who's going to be passionate about your hair. So I felt that way. You know, I'm passionate about hair. I'm not, like I said again, I'm not licensed. I'm not professionally trained or anything like that, but I do have a passion for hair. And one day I do want to get my license or something, because I love hair that much. So, you want stylists who cares about your hair, not someone who's just trying to get their paycheck for the day, not someone who's just trying to like get your head out, I got lunch, I gotta get out of here. Like, no one like that. You want someone who's gonna care, who's gonna take their time, who's gonna communicate with you, tell you what they're gonna do, tell you what you need, and all that. So that's what I got. So, this is my hair, and it's very healthy. I was surprised when she straightened my hair. I asked her what the temperature of the flat iron is. She said 350. 350. I could get my hair, I could barely get my hair straight on 380. I think I could get my hair this straight on like a 450 for real. And then I wash my hair and I have it damaged. So I know for sure my hair is gonna revert back. So it's very blunt, and it moves, has a lot of movement. And yeah, it's very healthy.